what I'd like to take a look at today is how we're going to draw our vise. I'm going to go over how we would make the model, and then also real quick how we're going to place our views on the screen. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the vise, and the vise looks like, whoops, doesn't look like that. Okay, the vise looks like this. This is from your drawing. Okay, you'll notice that it is in millimeters. Okay, and here's what it looks like. So how are we going to draw this? Okay, the easiest way, I think, is to take it in sections. So I'm going to draw a box, okay, where the red lines are here. Okay, so I'll draw this box and then I'll extrude it back to this side. Then on the side I will draw this detail, and then I'll extrude that through. So here's our box, what we're going to draw, that we're going to draw. Okay, then we're going to draw this on the side, we're going to extrude it through and subtract them so that we're left with something like this. Okay, it looks like two pieces, but it will be shown as one piece. Okay, then I'll draw both of these ends. I have this box here. Okay, and then this box here. So I'll draw this one first, okay, which is here. So I'll draw this side or that side and extrude it down or back, whichever it looks like. Okay, so we have a piece like that. Okay, I'll then draw there's this side here. Okay, and there's the dimensions. I'll draw this side view or front view and then extrude it back. So I have something like this. Now I have my three pieces together. Okay, and I'll draw the little wings. Okay, here's dimensions for the wings. Okay, I'll draw the wing and I'll extrude it. Okay, then I'll copy it the other side. Okay, I'll put these together. In reality, I will draw this and this on that part, but it's going to end up being something like this. I'll put them together and then union them. Okay, so that we have one piece. Okay, we'll then take and we'll put the radiuses on here, and we might do that as we go along. Okay, we need to put a boss on here and the other side, and then a hole through the middle. We need a little oil hole here and here. Okay, and we have a couple of tapped holes going in for our jaws right here. Alright, so let's take a look at how we would draw that. So we're going to start off, of course, into AutoCAD. You need to open your metric. Okay, your metric isometric. Okay, I want to type in PER for perspective and set that to 0. Okay, a very important thing we want to do here is I want to go up to View, and I'll make sure this is on third angle projection. Okay, by default when we do a metric it will be first angle. We want third angle. Okay, if you don't do that, when you make your views they're going to be incorrect. Okay, so I'm going to pick OK. Alright, I'm going to make sure that I'm on the object layer. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to draw the middle box. I'm going to go to my front view. I'm going to draw a line straight across, put my F8 on, and I'm going to go 165. Okay, then I'm going to go up 55, and I'm going to go over to the end of here. Okay, alright, now I'm going to make a region out of it. I'm going to go to my southeast isometric view. Okay, now I always go to the southeast isometric view, so I'm going to go here to that little down arrow next to the cube, and I'm going to say set current view as home. That way now whenever I just go to southeast, I'll just hit the home button. Okay, I'm going to extrude this. I'm going to go to extrude, pick this guy, and I'm going to extrude it 100. Okay, I'm going to go to my home view. Okay, I'm in my home view. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this from realistic to hidden. It's a little easier to work with. Okay, and I'm going to draw a line from the midpoint to the midpoint. Okay, now I'm going to draw this little cutout here. So I'm going to draw a line from here and I'm going to go this way. Now I want to make sure that now I am on the right side. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I'm looking in this way. So I'm going to go to line from the midpoint. I'm going to drag it this way. I'm going to go 30. Okay, I'm going to go up 10, in 4, okay, up 3, over 3, and then straight up until it's perpendicular. Okay, I'm now going to take and I'm going to okay, I'm going to do a 3D mirror here. I'm going to go up to 3D mirror. Okay, I'm going to pick those lines. Okay, I'm going to pick this endpoint or midpoint, this midpoint, and this midpoint. I do not want to delete it. Okay, so now I have my cutout. I'm going to delete this center line, but I still need to put a line from this endpoint to here so that it's one entity, and from this endpoint to there. Alright, I'm going to make a region out of that. Okay, then I'm going to take and I'm going to extrude that. Okay, now I just want that little part there, and I'm going to extrude it, and I can go all the way through, or I can just go to this end right here. Okay, now I'm going to take and I'm going to subtract that little one from the big one. I'm going to go here to subtract. I'll pick the big one, then I have to pick the little one right there. Hopefully that picked it. No, it didn't. So I'm going to try it again. Subtract. Okay, the little object right there, that should work this time. Okay, I have an extra line here, and I will delete that. So now I have my pieces here. Okay, now I'm going to draw this piece over here. Now I can either do that from the front, or I could do it from the top. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go to top. Okay, and I'm going to draw a line from this point to that point. I'm going to go this way 15. I'm going to go till these match up here and finish my line there. Okay, now I'm going to take and I'm going to make a region out of that. Okay, then I'm going to extrude that one down to this endpoint. Okay, so now I have two pieces, this piece and that piece. So now we'll draw this piece over here. We want to make sure that we are in the front view because that has the best detail of it. I'm going to start here. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to go up to this one. Okay, and I'm going to go straight up and I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go this way 5. And I'm going to go up, and that's going to go 25. And I'm going to go this way 35. And I'll go down and make this meet right there and there. Okay, so now I have this view here. I'm going to change that into a region. Okay, and as long as it says one region created, we should be in good shape. I'm going to extrude this one, and I'm going to extrude it to that endpoint right there. Okay, or I could have typed in 100. Okay, so now I have my 3 put together there. Now I'm going to take and make this into one entity. Right now it's 3, so I'm going to union these. So I'll pick union up here. That one, and that one. Hit enter. Okay, and now I have a solid box. Okay, and you'll see that I have my cutout under here. Okay, so that looks the way that we want it to look. Okay, now I'm going to put the little wings on it. Now I can draw the wings here, or if I'd like, I could draw the wing over here and then attach it. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go and make sure this is the top view because that's, again, the part that I want to see. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here to line. Okay, and I'm going to draw a line, and that line is 120. Okay, I'll hit enter. Then from the center, I'm going to go this way, and that dimension is, let's see, from there to there is 40. Okay, this way is 20, and I'll connect it here. Hit enter. This way is 20 here, and then connect it to there. Okay, so I have my nice little wing there. Okay, now I'm going to put the radius in here. Now that radius is 180, so I'm going to go in my quick calc. 180 minus 154 equals 26 divided by 2 equals 13. Okay, so I'm going to come and draw a line from here that way, 13, and I'll just draw it over here. I don't care. Alright, I'm going to go and I'm going to make a circle. Okay, and I pick center and diameter. The diameter of that is radius 8, so it's going to be a diameter of 16. Okay, or you could have went in and drew 8. I'm going to draw a line from that quadrant perpendicular, that quadrant perpendicular. Okay, I can erase these lines that I don't need anymore. Okay, now I'll trim this guy up. I'll trim this one here, here, and here. Now I can do this two different ways. There's a radius here. I can put it here now, or I can put it in later. Okay, and I'll put it in now, so I'll go to radius. The radius is 13, so I'll make that radius 13. I'm going to pick multiple, and I have one here, and I have one here. Okay, now I'm going to make a region out of this. Okay, and I'm going to extrude that, and that extrudes 23. Okay, so now I have this much of the wing done. Extrusion sticking up here, so I'm going to draw that. Okay, I'm going to go circle, center, and radius. Since I know the radius, I'm going to go from this center here. Okay, that radius I believe is 13. Okay, so now I have that. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to draw a line from the quadrant perpendicular to this line. Okay, and I'm going to draw one from the quadrant perpendicular to this line. Okay, now I can trim that away right there. Okay, now I can't extrude that. If I go, maybe a press pull will work, and it will. So I'll click on press pull, and I'll put it up, and that is 3. Okay, notice when I use the press pull, it automatically unions it as well. Okay, now I'm going to take and I'm going to attach the wing to our base. So I'm going to go line from this endpoint and go this way, and that dimension is 110. Okay, and I'll just draw a line coming out there. Alright, now I want to attach this back line here. So I'm going to go up here to my style, and I'm going to go to X-ray so I can see this back line here. Okay, and I'm going to move this. Okay, and I'm going to pick the midpoint of that back line and the end point, or the intersection of that line right there. Okay, you'll see that it left some of the sketches that we put there. Now delete that and that. Okay, so now I have the wing sitting here. Now what I want to do is I want to copy it or mirror it over to this side. Now I can go to the top view, okay, and I can say modify mirror, pick that geometry. I'll pick from the midpoint, drag it straight across, say no. I'll go back to my southeast isometric, and you can see now I have those wings there. Okay, what I'm going to do now is again make this into a single part. I'll pick that one, and the big one. Okay, and now again I have one single part. Okay, now what I'm going to draw is I have a boss over here, one on the other side, and a hole going through all of them. So I'm going to draw that. I want to make sure that I'm on right. Okay, and I'm going to go to line, and I'm going to draw a line from this midpoint, and I'm going to go straight up. Okay, and I'm going to go 30. Alright, I'm going to go and I'm going to draw a circle, center and diameter, and pick that endpoint, and that diameter is 32. Okay, I'm going to take and I'm going to extrude that one, and I'm going to go this way, and that is 5. Okay, now I need to put it on the other side. Okay, an easy way to do that is I'm going to go here. Okay, and I'm going to put this on bottom, and I'm going to draw a line, okay, from this midpoint to this midpoint. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom view. Okay, and I'm going to mirror this one from the midpoint on down. I'm not going to erase it. I can delete this line here. I'm going to go back to my view, and I have one here, and I swing it around, and I have one there. Okay, now what I've got to do now is I have to make this into one part to put the hole through them all. So I'm going to union this one, and this one. Now they're one part. Okay, I'm going to go to, because I'm going to put a hole over here. Okay, I can take and swing this guy around a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go circle, center, and diameter. I'm going to pick the diameter of the outside one. Okay, that diameter is 20. Okay, now I'm going to take and I can extrude that. And I just want the hole. Okay, right there. And I'll extrude it all the way through everything. I'll then take and I'll subtract this one, hit enter, that one. Okay, and now my hole goes through everything. Okay, I've got some extra lines here and there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this guy. Okay, and then move him over, and then delete whatever extras I have here. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to put 2 holes here, one on this side and one on that side. 2 little holes for the oil. So I'm going to go to the top view. Okay, and I'm going to draw a line from the midpoint, and I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to go 15. Okay, I'm going to draw a circle, center and diameter. That endpoint, that diameter is 3. Okay, now I'm going to extrude that, and it's going to go down till it sticks through this hole right here. So I'm going to go to extrude. Okay, pick that guy, and down to where I can see it sticking through, but don't go all the way through. Okay, so where it's sticking through there. I'll take then and I'll subtract that from there. Okay, now you can see that I have the hole up top here, and it's coming through here. Okay, now I should be able to do the same thing on this side. I'll draw a line from the midpoint. I will go over here, and that dimension is 10. Okay, I'll draw another circle right there. That is 3. Okay, I'm going to swing this around so I can see what I'm doing here. Maybe about there. I'll go to extrude. Okay, I'll pick that circle. I'll go down till it's through that guy. Maybe swing it a little bit more. Okay, I just want to make sure that I go through everything, or I could pick to the midpoint. Then I'll subtract those. Okay, now I have my holes, and I'll go back to my original view. Okay, what we need to do now is we need to put the 2 holes, okay, the 2 tapped holes that are going to be for our vise. Okay, and you'll see the numbers here is an M6 diameter thread that is 10 deep, and it is a hole that's drilled first that is 5 and is 13. Okay, now we're not going to draw this as a real thread. Okay, we could, but it really doesn't make too much sense to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an approximation that we can use for our detailed drawing. Okay, so I want to be on the right side. Okay, and I'm going to draw my first circle here, and that is going to be 6. Okay, I'm going to extrude that, and I'm going to extrude that 10. Okay, I'm going to draw another circle, the center of that one. Okay, and that is going to be 5, and I'm going to extrude that 3. Oops. Let's try that again. I'm going to extrude that, and that's going to be 3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another 5 diameter there, right at the center of that. I'll do 5, and then I'm going to extrude that one. Okay, let me lasso it, be easier. And I'm going to make a taper angle. Okay, and I'm going to make that 45 degrees. Okay, and you'll see that's going to put a point, a little cone on the end, and I'll just drag it out anywhere once it stops. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to union these all together so that they are one entity. Okay, now I'm going to take and I'm going to put where my holes are. I'm going to place them in there, and I'm going to subtract them. Okay, so I'm going to swing around to this side over here. This is where I'm going to be working right along this surface here. Okay, so I'm going to change my UCS. I'm going to pick 3 points, and I'm going to put the intersection right at this intersection. I'm going to put the x-axis here and the y-axis there. Okay, now I'm going to draw where my holes are going to be. I'm going to go from this end point, and I'm going to go 20, and then I'm going to go up 13. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go this way 20 and up 13. Okay, now I'm going to find out where my thread went. Okay, and I'm going to pick copy, and I'm going to pick this center right here, and then I'm going to swing around until I see those holes, and I'm going to put one here and one here. Okay, if I now subtract, okay, the big one and then the little ones, this one and that one. Okay, if I go to my x-ray view, okay, you'll see that I have the shape of a thread. Okay, and that will be fine for what we're doing. That way when we draw our detail, okay, we'll see the side view, which will look like this, which will represent the thread for us. Okay, so that will be pretty good. Alright, I'm going to go back to my regular view. Now I'm going to put in some, I'm going to delete that one, I don't need that anymore. Okay, now I'm going to create some radiuses that we need to put in here. To my hidden view, make it easier to see. Okay, now I've got some 5mm radiuses, so I'm going to draw those first. I'm going to go up to solid, okay, and I'm going to go to a fillet. I'm going to go to radius, okay, and that diameter is going to be, or that radius is going to be 5. Okay, I have one here. Okay, I have this line here. Swing around this way. I have one here. I have one here. Okay, let me look around. I think I got one here. Swing around the other side. Okay. I have one here. Here. Okay, and here. Okay, so I have those radiuses there. I also have a 3" around here, or 3mm. So I'm going to go radius 3, and I'm going to pick a chain, and I'm going to pick this guy, and that will go all the way around. Okay, I'm going to go around to the other side, do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to go into radius 3, pick chain, okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move everything again to see if I have any extra lines from my sketching. I see a couple of them, so I'm just going to take and move this out of the way. Okay, and then just delete whatever extra lines I have here. Okay, now we're going to be ready to take and put this on a drawing. Okay, now we're going to do two different things. I'm going to show you as if this were the only drawing, and then we'll look at putting it on the C-size. So if I'm just going to put it on a regular drawing, okay, this is what you would do if you're putting any drawing anywhere. Okay, I'm going to go up here to base. I'm going to pick from model space. Okay, I'm going to pick the object. I'm going to hit enter. Wants to know where I want to put it. Okay, I'm going to put it in layout 1. So I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so what it will do is it'll say, okay, I think this is what you want. Where would you like it? Now, if I want to change the orientation, okay, I could change that here. Okay, I could change this if I wanted to make this the top view instead. Okay, so let's say I'm going to start with the top view. So I place it here. Okay, I hit enter. Now it allows me to project it again. So I can pick enter here. Okay, and then if I wanted to, I could put another one here. Now, if I wanted the isometric, I could put it up here. Okay, but I'm just going to pick those two, so I'm going to hit enter. Now, let's say I want to project this view over. Okay, I go to layout, I go to projected. Okay, now I can project this one over here. Okay, and I have a better isometric, and I click here and I hit enter. Now on the isometric, we don't want all these hidden lines. So I can double click on this. Okay, and go up here. Oh, try it again. Double click on the blue line, go down to hidden lines, and just show visible lines. Okay. Alright, now I'm ready to take and dimension this. Okay, now one of the things you'll see is my hidden lines are really small and close together. I type in LT scale for line type scale. Okay, right now it's 1. If I change this to 2, you'll see the lines get a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe 3, maybe 4, until I get to where those lines look good. Now again, remember, this drawing has to be dimensioned. Alright, now I want to take a look at how we're going to put this on our C-size drawing. Okay, so I'm ready now. I'm going to put it on a C-size drawing. Now looking at my drawing here, I left off a radius. Okay, I left off this big radius here. That's not a problem. I can go back into my model. Okay, and it's going to go right here. So I'm going to go up to solid, fillet, and that radius is, I'm going to go to radius, and that is 10, and then I'm going to pick this surface right here. Okay, so now I have the radius there. If I go back to layout 1, you'll see that it's automatically updated, so now my radius is there. Alright, now I'm going to make it so we have a C-size drawing. So I'm going to go to layout 2. Okay, and I'm going to take and I'm going to copy the border that I have there. If you didn't have one there, you could copy from layout 1. So I'm going to right click, click everything. I'm going to right click, go to isolate. Whoops, I'm going to go to clipboard, and I'm going to pick copy with base point, and I'm going to pick this base point right here. Okay, I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to delete the border that was there. Okay, now I want to right click on Layout 2 and go to Page Setup Manager. I want to go to Modify, Layout 2. Okay, if you have a printer here, it might not let you do this, so you might want to set that to none. Okay, right now my paper size is an A3. I'm going to go up to, I have an ANSI C size 17 by 22 and pick OK, and you'll see that my drawing, my paper space just got bigger. Okay, I'm going to go to Home. I'm going to go to Rectangle, and I'm going to draw a rectangle here for my border. Okay, and I'll just pick something. As long as it's within those dotted lines, I should be okay. Okay, so there it's going to be my border. I right click and I go to Clipboard and I pick Paste and I put my title block right there. Okay, now I'm going to put my drawing. Now this one's going to have multiple drawings, so in the model here I'm going to have this base, and I'm going to have the movable jaw, and I'm going to have the screw rod, everything there. Okay, so I'm going to go here to base and I'm pick from aisle space. I'm going to pick one of them, the one I want to do. Okay, so I want that one. Okay, so I want to put in Layout 2. Okay, now here is about probably where I have it on my drawing. I can move it anytime, and I'm going to click, okay, and hit Enter. Then I'm going to drag this one up. Now I put those two views, and I put a section view. So I'm going to, okay, so I'm going up to Layout, and then I'll go to Section, and I'll pick this view. Okay, now I'm just going to hover here. I want it right in the midpoint of that one. I'm going to drag it up here. Okay, put it there. I'm going to drag it down. Okay, and I'm going to hit Enter. Now, if I move it, okay, it's putting the wrong one. I actually want this one here over here. So I'm going to put it here. Okay, and hit Enter. Okay, now I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to move it over to here. Okay. Okay, if you notice on the drawing that I have for you, my arrows are pointing in the wrong direction, so fix that. Alright, so there is our section view. Now, if you go to Annotate and go to our mention types, when we made ours, we made a CAD2 ISO. Okay, now that is going to make sure that our dimensions are correct. If I go to Modify, okay, and look at lines, all right, ones that need to be changed, okay, this extend beyond dimension lines is 3.175. My arrows are 3.175, no center marks. Okay, my text height is 3.175. Okay. Can look at anything else I have that might be different than yours. I don't remember. Okay, so I'll give you time to look at that. Okay, I want these horizontal. I don't want them going vertical. I don't want them aligned. Okay, the fit, I'm going to draw dimension between extensions, so it goes that way. The primary units are decimal and no precision. I want no leading suppression. Okay, and then pick OK, and then make sure that that one is set to current. Okay, now when I make a dimension, say I'm doing from here up to here, okay, my dimension is the right size, it's the right amount of decimal points, and all those are going to count. Don't forget that you have to put in center marks. Okay, we have a center line between here and here. Oops, I guess I didn't hit it. Center line, not center mark. Center line between here and here. Okay, we need a center mark wherever there are holes. Okay, all of these have to be here. Okay, again, if I look at this, these dotted lines are too close together. So I go to LT scale again. Okay, right now that's 5. Since it's bigger, I might make that even bigger, so 10 maybe. Okay, or 12. Okay, until it starts looking better, maybe 15. Okay, and that looks kind of better. This one here, I want to take and I want to hit here and I want to bring that out. Okay, all this stuff makes a difference. Make sure that your dimensions are correct. Look at my drawing. Okay, all of those are going to count towards your grade. Okay, I'm not going to tell you to resubmit this. Alright, so now once you get this done, all dimensioned, then you'll put the rest of the parts in there. Alright, that's it for this.